Hi, I'm John Rampton with Search Engine Journal, here with Jonah Stein from ItsTheROI.
Hi, John. Very good, thanks. How about yourself?
Excellent. Okay, I want to hear. You're an expert. Let's hear it. Let's hear what's going on.
Well, what's going on more than anything else is that Google's going to great lengths to tell us why they can't access Facebook, why they can't access Twitter, how they can't really see these social signals because they're behind firewalls. But what they're leaving out is that their entire Chrome market share is basically instrumentation of the web. Their entire double-click cookies and AdSense. I mean, they have all these very good instruments on the web that let them see where traffic is coming from, where it's flowing to. So, ironically, they get a better signal out of Facebook because they get to see what users are actually clicking on, what they're spending time on,
and where they're going. What they know.
They know exactly. So that it's really sort of duplicitous because they tell us that they can't get access to these signals and we should focus on the user experience, but they sort of leave out that, and we're watching exactly what users are doing.
Yeah.
And this is a non-trivial distinction for a couple of reasons. I think probably the most important is that too many people in search are paying attention to signals that are external, and they're thinking, oh well, on-site SEO is dead.
Yeah.
But if
so what signals should I be paying attention to then?
Well, I think the first thing you have to understand is that anybody who comes on your site is a user and has opportunity to give you positive or negative data. And instead of worrying about the 3, 4, 5, 6, 10% of people who you can force to do what you want them to do, you have to realize that every person comes with their own intent. And if you really start optimizing for the user's experience, I don't care if you can change your conversion from 4% to 5%. I know it affects your bonus, but what about the 80% of people who got there and wanted to do something else that has nothing to do with anything you're thinking about? You optimize for the entire user and the value of every one of these visits, then you really take a different philosophy, it's a different outlook, and that's actually much closer to what Google's judging on. And the other thing you have to remember is for many sites, the search engine is actually the front door. Like, people don't come to your homepage. They search for your domain plus something else.
They find you by the content, what's behind you.
Right. So if they are landing deep into your site, you really should be paying attention to those landing pages. What are your top 100 landing pages in your site? And what percentage of those do you even think about? I mean, so many site owners, when you show them the top landing pages, they're just like, really? That's interesting. And most of them
wonder how that happened.
Well, no, they don't even, they're like, well, those landing pages don't convert. Why do I care? It's like, well, because if you're really optimizing correctly, you're optimizing for the user intent and nothing else. And that's actually what Google's measuring by. So that's the signal that nobody's paying attention to that should be.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
John Rampton here with Jonah.
Have a good day.